Hey there, gang. Got some breaking news here for you. Just wanted to share. Thank you, Freya, for alerting me to this. New York is preparing for a nuclear attack. They actually released a video today, just today, regarding this. Before I dive into that, though, I got to give a special request to please subscribe. Obviously, like the video. Be sure to hit the notification bell, too, because I know a lot of people aren't getting notifications. And apparently, if you don't hit that bell, just subscribing is not enough. So you got to hit the notification bell. And if you can please support our channel, we do need your support to be able to keep bringing this to you every day. And we do meet twice a week live as well. So please do help us out that way also. But very intriguing, guys. They just released a video today for nuclear attack preparation in New York. And just going to kind of play this video in the background as I read through the article for you. Or maybe we'll just take a quick look at the video together. It's only about a minute 30 long here.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why. Just know that the big one has hit.
She's just walking down the street.
What do we do?
Casual. So there's been a nuclear attack.
That I want you to remember.
You know, it happens all the time.
Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends,
Get inside fast. That's her advice for a nuclear attack.
staying in the car is not an option. You need to get inside
She's smiling. She's happy about it.
the windows.
It's almost like, is this a joke?
Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors.
Right. It's kind of like the lockdown. Like it's another way to get a lockdown accomplished. Get inside and stay inside.
Middle of the building as possible.
No, that's actually true though.
Get clean immediately.
You do want to you want to get inside
Dust or ash away from your body.
to a place.
Stay tuned. Follow media for more information.
You do want to get into like a cement block type of building, like a for a fallout shelter. Basically,
Until officials say it's safe.
nuclear fallout is strongest for the first 24 hours. So if you can shield yourself for the first 24 hours at least by getting into a building like a cement, the thicker the block, the better, like a cement block building. Like a lot of times schools and public facilities, there's will be fallout shelters because they're built with really thick cement block type of buildings that help to shield you from the radiation for those initial 24 hours. It's the strongest for radiation. But guys, this is what they just released. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. If you can keep praying for me there. Yeah, amen, Donnie. May God come quickly for us. New York City begins preparing population for nuclear attack. The New York City Office of Emergency Management has issued a video training New Yorkers for what to do when a nuclear bomb hits. Now, they just released this today. As you see from this video, it's not that video. It went to the next video. But as you see here, it was released July 11th, 2022, if you can see that there. So they just released it today. Why they would put out this kind of odd video with this woman for a minute 30, just kind of giving some really rudimentary kind of information on what to do with the nuclear attack is a little bit suspicious. This is under the Nuclear City Emergency Management channel, so which only has like 2,000 subscribers. So I don't know if they're just doing this to cover themselves, because who's going to see this? I guess you're going to see it because I'm sharing it with you, but I don't know who's going to see this video. But anyway, it says the New York City Office of Emergency Management has issued a video training New Yorkers for what to do when a nuclear bomb hits. The 90-second video was released this morning, July 11th, 2022, appears below. It's widely believed they have put out this video because they know what's coming, because it's the government that intends to cause it. Right, and they're just sort of covering their back like, yeah, well, we put a video out, It tells you everything you need to know. Just go inside and stay inside and stay tuned. Like, talk about like no information, no survival information. Yeah, basically they want you to be at the mercy of the state. I mean, they could kind of fake a nuclear. I mean, similar to faking the whole scam DEMIC, they could be also faking the nuclear invasion or the nuclear bombs as well. You think, well, how can they fake that? Well, they could fake the scare of it. And they could run the sirens, and they could go to DEF CON, tell everybody they're at DEF CON 1, and, so they could fake the whole scare. They get everybody inside, get everybody locked down again, get them staying tuned, and oh, we're watching this, and it just keeps everybody in lockdown. It could just be a nuclear scare, just to kind of test that out, because they're testing everything out right now. They're shutting things down and testing that out. They're testing out every possibility to see how it goes, so they might test this out as well. It says they're pushing Russia so far with economic sanctions over Ukraine that the Russians will have no choice but to launch a full nuclear attack because of what we're doing is now an existential threat to Russia. Rather than stop what they're doing, they intend to keep pushing, and they know what the result will be. Of course, Russia from the beginning has been asking for peace talks, and NATO and America has said, no, we'd much rather have a nuclear war so that we can bring in our new world order. Idiocy, yes. I would agree. In the video, they tell New Yorkers to get inside. Good advice if there's anything left standing to actually get inside of. It's kind of like when, back in the 50s, they would tell kids to get under their desks. Like that somehow is going to help them from a nuclear explosion. Yes, exactly. It feels like the same thing they did in the 80s in the school, and they did in the 50s too. It's like the same kind of lunacy. That's what Donnie says. Then in the height of utter stupidity, they tell New Yorkers if you were outside when the blast hit, take off all your clothes, shower and shampoo to wash the radiation off immediately. There won't be any running water. Well, right, and not only that, but the radiation is not going to go. It's not like you could shower it off and you're good. It's not going to go away right away either. So it's not going to be something you can just like take a shower while you're outside and then you're fine. It's like it's still out there. It's still going to be out there and get right back on your body again. The water mains will all be ruptured from the blast, and the electric that powers the water pumps will be off for miles. I mean, obviously, if you were outside, you probably still would want to go inside and shower off and scrub down as best you can. It's kind of I'm having flashbacks of Silkwood, the movie with Sissy Spacek, I think, where she's like scrubbed down violently. She works in some nuclear plant and goes red. Watch some of those scenes to see how much you need to scrub yourself down. It ain't pleasant. But wait, there's more idiocy. They tell New Yorkers stay tuned to local media and don't go outside until authorities tell you it's safe. There won't be any local media. Well, that's it. If it's real, they're gonna do an EMP or something and shut down all the electrical grids. So, they've already tested that too. Russia has a high altitude EMP they can release. It's sort of like a nuke in space that they can just do an EMP over America. It just shuts down all of our electrical, so we can't retaliate, we can't fight back. I mean, literally, they could just hold us at mercy just with the EMP alone. I mean, that could be their strategy too, if they don't want to totally destroy America because it's good land. They may just, not that they care about us particularly, but they could just do the EMP and then threaten us and say, okay, now you can't retaliate. But of course, I guess we would get our electrical back shortly thereafter. So it would be a short sort of moment there where we could surrender and say, okay, don't kill us, you win, So it'll be interesting to see how that would play out. It will all be blown up. All the TV and radio transmitters will be wiped out. As if to add insult to injury, they tell New Yorkers, sign up for New York City alerts with your cell phone. There won't be any cell phone service. Yeah, it's all just kind of ludicrous. So that's what I'm saying. If you still have this media service, then it's probably not real. They're probably using it as a scare tactic to keep you locked down in your house, and they could do that indefinitely as they negotiate with Russia. They could just keep us prisoner there, when really it's not Russia. It's actually our own, or not our own, I would say, but this crooked, wicked cabal that's taken over all the governments of the world. There won't be any internet service. All the internet lines will be blown up, and all wireless lines from the EMP and no electricity. They know what's coming. Government does not do things like this for no reason. In this case, they know what's coming because it's a government that is causing it. They've been planning a takedown of Russia for decades. They expanded NATO when they promised Russia they would not move 1 inch eastward. Yeah, but, you kind of wonder if they're working together for this one world order and this, you play the good cop, I will play the bad cop kind of thing. Upon the reunification of East and West Germany, they broke that promise in stages, moving little by little closer to Russia's borders. I mean, that's true. That's true that they did that. So, I mean, you can see in one sense that Russia's, I've done videos on that in the past talking about Russia and the Prince of Rosh and World War III and so forth. But the more you look at it, the more you start to go, just the way this quote-unquote war has progressed, you kind of wonder, what's really going on behind the scenes, and if Russia, China, and the New World Order are kind of all jockeying for position here, and that they all know what's going on. Putin's no dummy. I mean, they all know what's going on here and what's really going down, that they're trying to bring in this New World Order. So you just kind of wonder what's really taking place behind closed doors. Where when they got to Ukraine, they wooed them, then President Victor, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so we all know that story. U.S. and Europe began pouring money to Ukraine. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else about this. Yeah, so they're just telling you kind of about the war, but they're not really telling you about the nuclear thing. Because they know what's coming, because our own government is the cause of it. That's why in the first few seconds of the video above, they actually tell you, don't ask why or how. Oh, do they actually say that? That's interesting. I want to see that again. Let me play this again. Let's see what she says here. And they just show it's like a cartoon street. It's really weird. She's just walking like happily down the street. It's been a nuclear war. It's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why. Just know that the big one is hit. Right. You don't want to know how or why. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Don't ask me how or why. It's kind of like I'm not asking what's in the poison. Just stick it in my arm. Right. It's the same kind of mentality there. So very interesting, guys. Well, we're waiting for the great earthquake to come. This could be it. This could be the great earthquake, guys. We could be going up. Hey, what's happening? Kenneth, Rewis, Larry. Amen. Instead, they should be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. Amen. This has to happen so I can dance. The rapture is coming. Amen, guys. It's happening. I mean, it's the end of the world as we know it. Do you feel fine? Well, you'll feel fine if you're walking with God. So make sure you get close to God during this time, guys, so God can take us home. The great earthquake. We're waiting for that great earthquake, and perhaps it's a nuclear explosion that is the great earthquake, and which signals our time to depart. And be sure to go back to watch the other videos I made on Sunday that I'm putting out now that talk about the timing of all this. It may happen. It may happen this month. It could happen now. I mean, we're still looking kind of at a potential sort of Shavuot here, timing in these next few days. It could tie in now. It could tie in next month, but I don't know. It's very, very intriguing indeed. Babylon does get taken out. The great mystery Babylon does get taken out in Revelation 18. So this could be what we're talking about, and this could be the great earthquake that ultimately brings about our return to heaven to be with Christ. So, amen, guys. Check out those other videos I just did, because I talk about what's the kind of the timing of things with Tisha B'Av happening, and then the Lions Gate opening potentially next month as well. But if this is happening now, it could be that we're going now. We may not wait till next month. It might be happening as we speak. So, amen, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, because people tell me they're not getting the notification. So be sure to hit the notification button, and please help support our channel so we can keep going through these tough and difficult times. Thanks, guys. Love you, and I will talk to you soon.